You are right in time for our Women at the Forefront segment, and this is how we are beginning it today. Today, we have an amazing lady with us in studio. Her name is Joy Limo. Joy Limo is the founder and the CEO, Queen's Court Academy, and she's also a passionate advocate and mentor as well. And on today's show, we are going to be looking at potential to thrive, your potential to thrive, because she is big about that. She is big and finds joy in just shaping lives, and what better way to do it other than to have her here to get to speak to you who's watching us at home. Remember that this particular segment is usually for uplifting and inspiring the next generation, the younger woman, and Joy is just the perfect person for us today to get into that. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you on board today.
Thank you.
All right, let's begin by first allowing you to let us in on who exactly Joy Limo is.
I'm a mother, a grandmother, a teacher, I'm a life coach, and I'm a lover of Christ and a lover of people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is who Joy is. Where exactly did your passion for mentorship come in, and your passion for advocacy as well?
As I grew up, there were certain things that I missed being told, just because of the generation my mother was in, or my parents were in. And you know, as you grow up, you discover some things through your friends, through other people, and so I remember how it felt not knowing and growing up, and then all of a sudden you discover. I felt it would be great for other people to know, to be given a chance to know and understand what growing up is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where your passion came from, for you not being let in on quite a number of things, you know, that is from home, you know, and getting to learn from things from outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because our mothers came from a different generation, and those generations, there were certain things you did not talk about. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Now, you're the founder and the CEO of Queen's Court Academy. Tell me a bit about Queen's Court Academy.
Queen's Court Academy is not a school. Many people ask me, oh, so you have a school.
Yeah.
It is not a school, it's not academic. It is a mentorship program and a finishing school. I always bring the finishing school after, because what we're talking about is not academic. We're talking about polishing your life, polishing who you are, polishing your, you know, the way you walk in your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's more on, it's holistic in allowing a person to just be wholesomely the person that they are to be.
Yes.
Yeah. So are you only dealing with girls, ladies?
At first we were only dealing with the girls. And then there was a huge outcry that we have left out the boys. So we are producing these wonderful princesses, but who are we releasing them to? So we want to create the boy child who is all-rounded, you know. So sometimes the young men go for circumcision, and they're gone for a month. They pay a lot of money, and when they come back, they've added weight, and they don't have too much that they have learned. They come back, you know, and I felt there's a gap there. They need to be taught more, more things about life and etiquette and protocols and how to behave. Yes.
So how does that look like, you know, at Queen's Academy? Like, who are you bringing on board? How are you bringing them on board, rather? You know, is it just random people? Or I would love to understand how you go about, you know, bringing the people that you have on board, coming on board.
Okay, let me just walk you through that. We have we spread our word through churches, because first of all, in churches, the pastors, they have the ears of the parents, and they're like, oh, mtoto wangu ameharibika, oh, my child is giving me problems. So we go through the pastors, we go through schools, we go through word of mouth, through friends, and believe you me, there's a lot of people who need the program. So we advertise and let them know when the next cohort will be, and then we have, then they register, and then they come, and it's a 10-day residential program. They come and stay with us for 10 days, and within that 10 days, our curriculum it's intensive, but I thank God, because so far we've been able to do what we set out to do. Yes.
So it's a 10-day program.
It's a 10-day residential program. They come in, we receive them, they get a welcome package, which starts off actually what we intend to do. So the package has a robe, a soap, and just things that they, for personal
hygiene,
taking care of yourself. And we want everybody to be at the same level. So after that, then they get into the program, and
Are you the only one doing the mentorship, or you have other people who come on board?
No. I'm not a magician. I don't know everything. I know what is needed. I know, what would be good for these children, but I'm not an expert in everything. So I have a faculty, a very good faculty made up of doctors, made up of beauticians, made up of, we have, especially for the teenage group, there's a lot of self-esteem issues, so we have people coming in to talk to them about that. We have psychiatrists, psychologists, we have, everybody who is an expert in their profession. We thank God that we are able to bring them in. We have the doctors who are gynecologists, who are, all kinds of doctors. So we invite them in. It's a faculty that we are building up.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's no age limit to the people coming on board in terms of the ones who are being mentored?
Okay, we have two groups so far. We have the teenagers, 13 to 19. So we deal with the issues that really mess teenagers up. And then we have another group, which is from 20 to 30 or 35, depending on who is coming in. And we found that everybody seems to need the program.
Speaking about that, just the fact that we're living in a very fast-paced world, and with the era of social media nowadays, how would you say, or how rather would you view healing, especially in this kind of today's world that is very high stress?
Healing psychologically? Okay, when we start the program, there are no phones. We cut off phones and we talk about, literal life as it is. And then we talk about, we actually go into those areas, what the internet does. Because a lot of teenagers are suffering because of too much internet or crazy internet or some kind of, stress caused by internet. And but at the same time, the world needs it, So we have to deal with that, talk about that, and see what can build you and what can break you. So we we actually talk about that. I don't know if I answered the question.
Yes, you actually did. And remember that you can be part of this conversation. As our viewer, we are welcoming you to come on board and get to be part of this conversation, get to talk to us. We have our numbers which are open. You can send us a WhatsApp message that is on 0716 103 301, 0716 103 301. You can send us a WhatsApp message. Let us know if you've got any questions for our guest today, that is Joy Limo. If you have questions surrounding you as a woman or even the boy child, you know, you thriving, you getting to thrive, how do you get to that point where you get to thrive? And I know most people, most of us get to struggle with something we call imposter syndrome, you know, whereby you doubt yourself so much. You find yourself in this space. Like, for example, I'm in this space where I'm the one who's interviewing you, but I keep doubting myself over and over, you know. Most of us maybe get to deal with that. And I would love maybe to just pose this as a question to you. Like, how do you go about dealing with such, you know, the imposter syndrome, whereby you don't think that you belong, but you're actually there, so you actually do belong. So how to go about something like that?
When I was introducing myself, I did not say that I'm also a counselor. I did clinical psychology.
Yes.
And so one of the first things we do is to do a counseling session with each child as much as possible. I have a team that works with me, and once we've done the counseling, we roughly know where your head is at. So we go with you from there, and then we work on it, because that problem stems from low self-esteem, and there's so many things that cause people to have low self-esteem. And so I find that is one of the biggest challenges we have. And we have to work on it a lot. Yes.
Yeah, you know, having worked with this group of young people as you have, you mentioned that as one of the biggest challenge that you have with them, the low self-esteem. Maybe what other things have you gotten to pick, you know, just from interacting with them?
Well, in our last couple of cohorts, we had to deal a lot with gender-based violence. That is a very heavy spot right now. And also the LGBTQ is a very sensitive, very hard area for some people. And so that has been that is what we're working on a lot now. At
the moment.
Yes.
That's where the challenges are.
Yes, we cover all the other things. But the challenges in those two areas are quite big. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe trying to look at a solution for that. Who should come on board, or how should we go about, you know, trying to, you know, curb that?
Okay. I must say that I'm speaking as a Christian, born-again Christian. And of course, our program is based on Christian values and Bible values. So what we try and do is bring people on board who have the experience, who have gone through, and who are at a place where they are able to talk about it, and they're able to work with the people who are in that problem. Yes.
All right. I want us to get into the bit where, you know, you've lived in the US as well, right? So while there, you were very instrumental in drafting 4 bills that actually became, you know, 5 bills. Oh, look at me reducing the number. 5 bills, which actually became law. So if you could just take us a bit through that process, you know.
When I was in the US, I found myself a lot in the disability community, doing a lot of advocacy. It was almost by default. It wasn't a planned thing. It wasn't. And at some point, I I I became the Miss Wheelchair in Maryland, and that was all they gave me was a crown and a sash. The rest of the work was my work.
Yeah.
So they say it is your year. You do whatever you'll do in it. So what I did was I took up employment, housing, and transportation for people with disabilities. That was my platform. And I ran with it. And by God's grace, I was able to work with people, talk to a lot of people with, you know, I used to have 200 to 300 calls in a day. And so as we talked, I was able to divide the problems, because everybody called me with problems.
Yeah.
So I divided the problems into, you know, into groups. And then because I did not, I was not a lawyer, so I took a paralegal course.
Yeah.
And so I was able to draft, as a person with disability, what would I like, what law would I like to be passed so that this problem is solved. And I thank God because I was able to do that. And I was able to address Congress because of that, on the same.
Yeah. And, you know, still on the same, maybe bringing it back home,
Yes.
what changes or what change would you like to see on the same line of, you know, persons living with disability, maybe in terms of policy, in terms of, you know, just in terms of law? What changes would you love to see back here?
I would love to see what happened in America happen here.
Yeah.
But Kenya is a whole other kettle, you know. So what I am doing right now in my retirement, I am talking to the leaders, the current leaders of persons with disability, so that, you know, I can give them guidance somehow,
Yeah.
so that they can run with it and do what they can do here. Yes, because they have the energy, they have the way to do it. Yes.
Yeah. So you're in talks.
Yes, I talk to the leaders who are in disability, leaders in disability issues.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's something that is still in the pipeline.
Well, I talk to them when I meet them and when they invite me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my concentration now is on mentorship.
Yeah.
For everybody.
For everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, you know, speaking about mentorship still, you are big on showing up, you know, showing up and being a source of hope for the next person, you know. So maybe just what does showing up look like, you know, not just for how you do it, you know, in your mentorship program, but generally, how does showing up look like for everyone else?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you were to say there's someone who's struggling with something, for someone like me who's maybe a colleague or a friend or just, I know you, right? So how should I show up for the next person?
If I understand your question well, showing up is being there for the next person.
Yes.
So if you know somebody and they're close to you and they're having an issue or a problem and you really don't know, you've said everything you know to say and they're still not getting it or they're falling further, then the best thing is to guide that person to a counselor or to somebody who can talk to them.
Yeah.
So for me, showing up is when somebody comes to me, I have to make sure that I play that role in their life to make them move to the next level. Yes.
So that's how to show up.
That's how to show
Yeah.
up.
Now,
Be your brother and sister's keeper. Yes.
that's one thing we were taught from a very young age, you know, always be your brother's keeper and sister's keeper as well. You know, as you do your mentorship work, specifically with Queen's Court Academy, maybe could you give us, you know, examples of transformations that you've gotten to witness from some of these young people that make your heart smile?
Okay, one of the things that I know is that every organization or every program that affects people, there's a certain amount of there's a percentage that will make it, and there's a percentage that may slip away. I'm happy to say that when I see the young ladies and young men that have been through our program, I can tell you that person walking in the street has been through our program. Because in our program we talk about hygiene, we talk about how to carry yourself, we talk about etiquette, throughout the program. We talk about so many things, and it's not just lectures, it's so interactive, and everybody gets so involved. So when somebody is walking down the street, you can say, that is one of my people. Or they've been,
just from how they carry themselves?
They carry themselves, how they talk, how they behave, you know, how they sit and everything. Yes.
Yeah. You mentioned about your clinical psychology. You have a master's in clinical psychology.
Yes.
How would you say that has come in handy for you, even in the work that you're doing right now?
It comes in handy because, like I said, we do counseling for every child, every person that comes to our program. I also do counseling in church. And, you know, individually, people just come to me. So it's actually been, I use it every day, all the time. Yes.
Yeah. So it's your day-to-day?
Yeah, it's day-to-day.
Generally, it's your day-to-day. What would you say is the biggest challenge that people face in becoming their best versions?
I think people have a problem believing in themselves. That's one thing. And some people don't have a grounding. For example, my grounding is in God, in my faith. So anytime I feel I'm getting lost or losing it, I know where to run, and I ground myself there. A lot of people don't have that. And they're always looking, they run to Vivian and say, oh, can you, you know, and Vivian has no answer, or she's busy, or they run to somebody else. So for me, what has helped me the most has been my faith in God and knowing who He is in my life. And so when I share that with you, if you don't have it, you'll say, but she told me, and she looks like she's, you know, so it gives you at least a direction to say, let me try it also. Yes.
Yeah. Still on mentorship, because that is what you're big on. You're big on. Maybe for someone who's watching and they may be, you know, asking themselves, why mentorship? You know, what is the importance of mentorship? One would say, okay, nowadays there's the internet. There's social media, there's the internet, there's AI. I mean, if I'm struggling with something, I can just type in some words and I get to know maybe my problem. I get to know how to go about dealing with it. So maybe if you can speak about the importance of the kind of mentorship that you do, which is one-on-one compared to, you know, me having my gadget and believing that, oh, I can just give this gadget all my stress and I'll be okay.
Well, you know, in Queen's Court, one of the things we're big on, let me just say it, one of the things we're big on when we meet each other, we give a hug. And actually, it is said that everybody needs at least 4 hugs a day.
4 hugs
just for maintenance.
Wow.
That was just for maintenance. But the upkeep, now you figure it out. So we're big on the human touch. You know, give your friend a hug, and give your friend a listening ear. You know, the internet is dry, cold. It's just a machine.
It has no emotion.
You know, if I leave it there, I've left it there. But if I talk to you and I've given you a hug, then that hug will speak to you. It will speak to you. So the next time, or next time you see somebody who was in the position, in the place you are in, you say, oh, that hug helped me. Let me give it to this person.
Yeah.
You know, we seem to be moving away from being human.
Yeah.
And so Queen's Court Academy, we really want to keep that, maintain the human touch. Yes.
Yeah.
And listening to you and understanding you and, you know, empathizing. Those are things that the internet cannot do for you.
Yeah.
It will give you information. That's it. But for you to feel like somebody understands me, somebody has seen where I'm coming from, somebody knows where my heart is. Yeah, that's a difference. Yeah.
So there's a whole difference.
Big
A
difference.
big difference. Because nowadays people even use AI as their, you know, counselors and psychologists.
Counselors, okay, AI will give you words.
Yeah.
It will tell you do this and don't do this. But when you come to me as a counselor, there's a way I will tell you the same thing that AI told you, but it has a personal touch. That you'll say, oh yes, at least that one, I was so scared, I was so anxious, but she has talked to me and she told me this, and she meant what she said. AI is just giving you dry information.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you feel like we are headed to a time when we will completely lose that personal touch?
I pray not, but we... I don't want to say it.
Yeah, but you feel like that's where we are headed.
Yes, if we don't, and that is why I think it is so important to have programs like this, where people stay in touch with the reality, so that their reality is not a machine. Yeah.
Is it possible to avert it?
I don't know about averting,
Yeah.
but at least live in it with a human touch. Yeah.
Live in it with a human touch. So
Yes.
take a pinch of it
Yes.
and still maintain your being a human being.
Yes. So if, for example, you have anxiety,
Yeah.
and then you say, this thing is, so you look up, what do I do when I'm anxious? On your GP chat.
ChatGPT. Yeah.
You look it up and it tells you, oh, this is what you do and this is what you don't do. Okay, you looked at it and you've seen it. Then you come to me, ask me the same thing, and I will sit you down. I will make sure you're comfortable.
Yeah.
I will make sure you're relaxed. And by the time you're even talking about your anxiety, it's already started being alleviated. But when you read it from a machine,
Yeah.
it will still be there. You say, okay, this is what it says. You have not gotten the human touch where I tell you, you know what? Everybody gets anxious. Don't worry about, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
To a point where I see that I've gone through. Yes.
Yeah. There could be someone who's watching us right now or who feels like they are stuck in life, who feels like they are unsure of their purpose in this life. What would you say to that person?
I would say to that person, depending on who it is, we have the parents also.
Yeah.
We're talking about teenagers. We're talking about 20 to the young adults. We're talking about parents. Everybody has a moment when they are anxious, when they're not sure, when they have low self-esteem or something. This is what I would say. For the teenagers, please come to our program. Your life will never be the same. Young adults, come. We will discuss those matters that you've hidden somewhere and nobody knows about. We will talk about it and we will be able to know what to do next.
Yeah.
And for parents, I encourage you. Our next cohort will be in November, so I'm encouraging everybody to get a space because we have limited space, and so that we can move on. And I also encourage people who are young and enterprising to bring up more programs like ours. Yes.
We have more people who set up such such spaces. We call it such spaces, safe spaces where more people can just go there and feel like they're being heard, they can be seen. I advocate for that too, because sometimes you need that. You just need to be somewhere where you feel, okay, I feel like I'm being seen here.
I would invite you also to come to our program.
I will. I'll take this as my invite. I'll take this as my invite
absolutely.
and come through. So probably you will get to mention how they can get to you. If there's a page that you have online for queens that they can reach out to as we wind up.
All right, we are on all the social media pages. I have a good media team that that works on that for me, young people, of course. So we are on Facebook, Queen's Court Academy. We're on Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter. You can see I'm a different generation,
I get
but I'm trying.
You are. Yeah, so across all social media platforms.
All social media platforms. Yeah. And when you look us up, you'll find our contacts. And I'm encouraging parents, I'm encouraging the young people to come to our program.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. I want to finish with this question that I like to get to hear the answer to from most people. If you could go back and speak to your younger self, to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell her?
A lot of things.
Summarize it.
There's a lot of things I would tell my 18-year-old self. Yeah. And I would tell my 18-year-old self that you can actually make it in life, and you look for the right way to go. You look for ask questions. Don't think you know everything. Look for answers from different areas, different sides.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Joy, for gracing our show today. It was a pleasure having you on board. If you probably have some final remarks?
Like I said, we all need encouragement. We all need to be assisted in some way or another. So I would encourage anybody who is, if you know anybody who is a teenager or a young adult who can come to the program, you're all welcome.
All right.
Then we can talk some more.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, this is where we end this particular conversation. That was Joy Limo. She is the founder and CEO of Queen's Court Academy. She's also a passionate advocate and mentor and a psychologist, as a clinical psychologist as well. Now, as I wind up, I can see my colleagues are on standby as well, and there's something that Limo mentioned that I would love to begin there, as I get to interact with them. Limo, we're sorry about that. Now, Limo mentioned that as a human being, we at least need 4 hugs a day, and that's like the minimum amount of hugs. 4 of them.
For maintenance.
For maintenance. That is just for maintenance. I don't know what you guys pick from that.
That we need 4.
How many hugs have you gotten today? You need 4 hugs for maintenance in a day.
Okay. So is there a maximum to it, or?
No, you need at least 4.
At least 4. 4 is the minimum.
For your maintenance, yeah.
Victor, how many have you gotten today?
What exactly?
Hugs.
Hugs?
Yes.
Yeah.
I only got 1.
So 3 more to go for the day.
She can give me 1 before she leaves, now that she says that.
Yeah.
Yes. And you, Vivian.
Then that will be 3.
That will be 3. And
you'll find 1 more.
The 4th one, I know where I'll get the 4th one.
Okay. You don't want a hug from Mike.
What does it really show?
No, I'm not hugging.
No, not Mike.
No. It's not good.
Tunapiganga mabega. Is that considered to be a hug?
The one that you...
You just...
Shoulder to shoulder.
Yes.
What psychologically, how does it help, Dr.
Joy?
It helps you to get that personal touch, that you have somebody, and that you are somebody.
Yes.
You're not just you know, you're not just living your life. Even those people who act so tough and look so, they also need hugs.
Yes.
And it makes a big difference. Try it. Assignments, try it for this whole day.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Can we also say it's an assurance that you are not alone?
Yes.
Yeah. Ile mtu anasema ati I wanted to cry but I needed a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you feel warm. There is, yeah, I get it.
Yes.
I get it.
Yeah, there's usually actually a trend on social media. I don't know the exact wordings, but there's where you put up something and say, I probably needed a hug, but well, this is what I'm doing right now.